There are 8 different species of bear that walk this planet today, and each kind is adapted to a slightly different way of life. The brown bear's size and build differs greatly across its expansive range, whereas the giant panda is only found in one small part of the world and is highly specialised. Even though most bears primarily feed on small creatures and plant matter, in today's video we'll be taking a closer look at each bear's hunting ability. I'll be ranking each of the 8 bear species based on the largest prey that they hunt in the wild, but I won't be including domesticated animals or humans. To qualify as a prey animal for this video, the bear must have taken down the animal to eat it, and not because of territorial reasons, or because it was trying to defend itself. So now that we've got the rules sorted out, we can take a look at our first species, and to find it we'll be heading over to the Indian subcontinent. The sloth bear has garnered an infamous reputation, but they aren't exactly known for their hunting ability. They are one of the most aggressive bear species towards humans, with there being an estimated 12 fatal attacks on humans each year. Their aggression is partly due to the fact that they are found in a very competitive ecosystem, and they often share their habitat with many predators that could easily end their life in a heartbeat. For the sloth bears, their aggression is the best form of defense, because it means that predators are less likely to go for them as they are difficult prey. Even some tigers have trouble taking them down, and they have been known to kill leopards in self-defense. You'd assume that their ability to fend off the most dangerous predators in the region would mean that they are efficient hunters, but sloth bears prefer to eat some of the smallest creatures in their habitat. The vast majority of their diet is made up of termites, ants, and bees, and they have a few adaptations that allow them to feed on large amounts of insects. Their large, loose lips and missing incisors help them to suck up their desired prey, and their long, curved claws help them to dig up mounds and nests. Their loose skin around their necks also makes it hard for predators to land a killer blow, and this is part of the reason why they can survive in such an unforgiving ecosystem. They will sometimes supplement their insectivorous diet with fruits and carrion, and in some very rare cases they will hunt the odd reptile or amphibian. These one-off hunts are few and far between, but reptiles and amphibians are among the largest animals that they hunt. It's hard to find the exact species that they target because this behaviour is so infrequent, but I think it's fair to say that the largest animals hunted weigh around 200 grams on average. This means that the feisty sloth bear slots in at number 8, and this is despite the fact that they could probably take down pretty substantial prey. The giant panda is known for being a bit of an oddball, and over the years it's become an icon of wildlife conservation. They are arguably the least bear-like of all bears, and they are one of only a few animals that have transitioned from a predatory lifestyle to a mostly herbivorous one. Around 99% of their diet is comprised of bamboo, and over the years they have evolved to eat bamboo almost all of their waking hours. They have false thumbs to help them grip the bamboo, and they have evolved several anti-toxic mechanisms to help them process toxic bamboo. Because they still have stomachs that have mostly evolved for eating meat, they get little nutrition from the bamboo, and this is why they are always eating, and why they sometimes like to supplement this diet with meat. Like other bears, the giant panda is opportunistic, and will feed on small creatures and eggs when they come across them. Among the largest animals that they are known to eat are pikas, and there are a few species that can be found in their range. The average weight of the pikas that they target in their natural habitat is around 300 grams, but they do have to look out for predators themselves. Asian black bears, snow leopards, and even yellow-throated martens will target young pandas, and a fully grown panda isn't really much of a threat at all. So really, the modern-day giant panda is a bit of a gentle giant, but it does target larger prey than the sloth bear. For this reason, the giant panda slots in at number 7, but if you travel back in time a few million years, it would rank a lot higher. The sun bear is another very distinctive species, and it's actually the smallest bear, reaching a maximum weight of around 65 kilograms. They are native to the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, and they are the most arboreal of all living bears. They are perfectly adapted for life in the trees, and their climbing ability allows them to access different foods than most other bears, and it also offers them safety from some predators. The sun bear does look very similar to the previously featured sloth bear, and this gives us a clue as to how they live and what they feed on. The majority of their diet is made up of insects and plant matter, and they are known to be very fond of honey. Their smaller size means that they are more vulnerable to large jungle predators, with tigers, leopards, and sometimes large pythons targeting them. In some cases, they will go on the attack themselves, but they are nowhere near as deadly as the unpredictable sloth bears. In some cases, sun bears will feed on birds and reptiles when they encounter them, but the largest animals that they have been known to take down are small deer. This behaviour is very rarely witnessed, so it's hard to obtain data regarding which species they can successfully hunt, but it's likely that they mostly target smaller forest-loving deer such as mouse deer. Some of the larger species of mouse deer can weigh around 8 kilograms, so I think this is a fair example to use in this video. Despite the fact that they have been witnessed hunting larger creatures, they mostly focus on insects and plant matter, but their rare deer hunting behaviour means that they're fit for number 6. The spectacled bear is a species that you wouldn't expect to see very high up on this list, as they're seen as one of the safest bears to be around. They are often described as the least aggressive bear towards humans, with only one provoked human fatality, and the bear involved in this incident was shot before it attacked. These distinctive bears are found almost entirely in the Andes Mountains, and they thrive in a variety of different high-altitude environments. The vast majority of a spectacled bear's diet is comprised of plant matter, with only around 5 to 7% of their diet consisting of meat. The spectacled bear is the last remaining short-faced bear, and its extinct relatives were some of the most formidable predators of their time. It seems as though the modern-day short-faced bears still have some of the hunting abilities of their extinct relatives, because every once in a while they will target large mammals. In some very rare cases, they will take down cattle, but as I'm not including domesticated animals, I won't be including them in this section. There is another large native mammal in their habitat that they will hunt, but they are very rarely successful when it comes to toppling them. The mountain or woolly tapir can also be found in the Andes Mountains, and I think it's fair to say that they aren't fond of the spectacled bear. Specimens are often found with bite and scratch marks from failed bear attacks, but every once in a while the hunts are successful. Some mountain tapirs can reach weights of around 250 kilograms, meaning that most spectacled bears are around half the size of a fully grown tapir. So even though they aren't as deadly as their ancestors, they still have a big bear mentality, and they slot in at number 5. The Asian black bear has a scattered distribution across Asia, and it has a few different subspecies across its range. Its size and behaviour changes depending on where it's found, but they are known for being relatively aggressive. In Japan, they claim the lives of around 6 people a year, and they are capable of hunting surprisingly large animals. Unlike some of the previously featured bears, they don't have a very specialised diet, and they feed more like the black and brown bears of Eurasia and North America. They'll consume pretty much anything that they come across in their ecosystem, including plant matter, insects, and sometimes large mammals. Larger animal kills are rare, but they do hunt mammals more frequently than the previously featured bears. In Nepal, they have been observed hunting langurs, and in some parts of Southeast Asia, they have been witnessed hunting water buffalo. Of course, most Asian black bears would be unable to target fully grown individuals, but according to reports, the larger Asian black bears take down water buffalo by going for their neck. Some may argue that the water buffalo is a domesticated animal, so it shouldn't have a place in this video, but there are still wild water buffaloes out there, and these bears will hunt animals of a similar size or slightly smaller. It's very unlikely that an Asian black bear would be able to take down some of the largest water buffalo, but I'd suggest that they'd be able to take down animals in the 350 kilogram range. This means that the Asian black bear is fit for number 4, and they are a lot deadlier than they first appear to be. The American black bear is the bear species with the largest population, with around 900,000 roaming across North America today. Even though it often shares its home with a larger bear species in the brown bear, it has a wider distribution, and this is partly due to its adaptability. Its diet and coloration varies across North America, with some subspecies having a high chance of being completely white, and some subspecies having brown fur. Their diets mostly consist of plant matter, insects, and fish, but they are also very good at taking advantage of the food that we leave behind. Black bears adapt very well to urban areas and will often scavenge garbage for pieces of food. Because they aren't as dangerous as brown bears, we are more tolerant of their presence near human-inhabited areas, but when they want to target large prey, then they are more than capable. The black bears that hunt the most are usually found in areas where brown bears are absent, and this means that they are one of the largest predators in their ecosystem. The largest prey animals that most black bears can target are medium-sized deer such as white-tailed deer, but some giants can even hunt moose. Some of the largest American black bears on record weighed in at 410 kilograms, and a bear of this size could probably target moose weighing around 600 kilograms. On average, your American black bear is less aggressive than its Asian counterpart, but as it can get much larger, it can take down larger prey. This means that the American black bear slots in at number 3, and the final two bears are in a league of their own. The brown bear can be found over large areas of the northern hemisphere, and throughout most of its range, it's the largest predator in its ecosystem. Like most animals that have massive ranges, it has quite a few subspecies, and some of these populations are relatively shy and elusive. The Gobi bear is one such subspecies, as it mostly feeds on plant matter in its arid desert home. In other places, such as Kamchatka and Alaska, the brown bears are a lot larger and more formidable, and in some cases they will even hunt other bears. The only land animals that they need to fear are the Siberian tigers and polar bears, but famously in some cases they will choose love and not war with polar bears. Even though brown bears are known for their hunting abilities, their diets are still primarily plant-based, and protein mostly comes in the form of salmon. Despite this, they will sometimes target large mammals, with moose once again being the largest animals that they will take down. It's not that brown bears are unable to hunt larger prey than black bears, but instead the moose is simply the largest animal that they can come across in their natural habitat. They will sometimes kill fully grown bison, but in the vast majority of cases they'll go for young or weak individuals. Because brown bears are considerably larger than black bears, they can take down the largest of moose. And as some individuals can weigh up to 820 kilograms, the brown bear is one of the most impressive land predators on this planet. This means that the brown bear is fit for number 2, but really it didn't even come close to the number 1 spot. The polar bear is closely related to the brown bear, but it's much larger and a lot more dangerous. They are one of the few large predators that see humans directly as a food source, and there have been a few tragic, fatal attacks over the years. Polar bears are considered to be marine mammals because of their reliance on marine ecosystems, but in a world with a rapidly warming climate, they have started to look for prey in new places. Unlike all other bears, they are hyper-carnivores and are almost exclusively meat-eaters, and this means that they have a if it moves it's food mentality. They will frequently target larger animals such as walruses, and these animals are far from easy prey. Targeting these mammals alone would be enough for the polar bear to achieve the top spot, but in some cases they will target marine mammals that are much larger. Polar bears often share their habitats with beluga whales, but you'd assume that they are far too large and fast for the polar bears to target. The bears wait for the belugas to surface near the shore or near ice, and then the bears will pounce before the whales even notice that they are there. Male beluga whales can reach weights of around 1.6 metric tons, so polar bears can take down animals almost double the size of the largest moose. This just illustrates how formidable these predators are, and no other bear even comes close. This kind of video can be applied to other groups of predators, so if you want me to make another one, then let me know down in the comments below. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.